Hi friends, welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. The year 2025 is approaching soon, and in this video I am going to discuss the yearly annual forecast for the seventh sign in the zodiac, which is Libra, known as Tula Rashi. I am going to discuss several major areas of life such as career, business, health, finance, love, marriage, and much more. But before I get to the prediction part, I want to take a few minutes to discuss the position and transit of the four major planets Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and Jupiter. Why these planets in particular? Because they tend to transit in houses for long periods of time as compared to the other planets like Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus. So naturally, they have a much stronger influence and impact. Starting with Saturn, it will be in your fifth house till March 28 in the sign of Aquarius, which is its own sign. But on March 29, it will transit to your sixth house in the sign of Pisces. Speaking of Rahu, it will be in your sixth house in the sign of Pisces till May 17. On May 18, it will transit to your fifth house in the sign of Aquarius. Similarly, its counterpart Ketu will be in your 12th house in the sign of Virgo, but on May 18 it will transit to your 11th house in the sign of Leo and will stay there for the rest of the year. Finally, Dev Guru Brahaspati, Jupiter, will be in your 8th house in the sign of Taurus from the start of the year till May 13. On May 14, it will transit to the next house, which is the ninth bhava, a Karak house for Jupiter in the sign of Gemini. But once again, Jupiter will transit to your 10th house on October 18 in its exaltation Ucha Rashi of Cancer. However, one more time, Jupiter will move back one house to your ninth again on December 5 in the sign of Gemini. So these are the key transit and placements of the four grahas. Now let's get started with the areas of life. Talking about career, it is going to be mostly a positive and good year for you. Keep working hard, stay focused, stay determined on your, working on your goals, project, tasks, and you will make good, significant progress as the year keeps moving forward. Especially the month of October, November, and even the first half of December can be a game changer for your career. You can get some really good opportunities come your way. It can be possibly a good time for a change in job if that is what you desire at that point. There are chances of potentially even getting some offers from companies who are based in foreign lands. So if you are willing to relocate to a foreign country or if you have long desired to do so, there can be a key window of opportunity open up. It can be a good time for internal job transfer to a different department, to a different location. If you want to work with a new team or something, work under a new manager. The month, October, November, these are looking quite suitable for those kind of changes. But overall, I'm not seeing any kind of major malefic influence on your career house. I'm only seeing good times ahead. As long as you play your cards right, you take good, sensible decisions, you can achieve quite a lot career wise. If we talk business, in terms of business area, the first 3 months are going to be the toughest months for your business. So be very cautious. Do not take unnecessary business risk decisions. Instead, play it safe. Stick with the status quo. From April, May onwards, slowly things will start to get better. Especially from June onwards, sudden inflow of profits, increased revenues can be felt. Reduction in overhead expenses, cost-cutting measures can be undertaken in the second half of the year. Whatever you need to do to, reshape your business model, fine-tune your business activities, whatever needs to be done, the second half of 2025 is looking conducive for your business growth and prosperity and eventual success. So just do not lose hope, have patience, have faith, as the second half of the year is looking very good for your business area. If I talk about finance, major relief in the financial area will be felt slowly from March 29 onwards, when Saturn's impact on your money houses will not be there. So naturally, more inflow of money, more inflow of gains from different sources of income, wealth accumulation, increase in savings, increase in profits, growth in your bank balance can be seen. The time from April onwards, it will keep getting better for your finances. So make the best of it. If I talk about health, overall health area is looking to be good for the most part. I am not seeing any major concerns. Doing common sense things like yoga, meditation, having a good, balanced, healthy diet, doing some mild to moderate exercise can work wonders to keep your health channeled in the right direction, in the right way throughout the year. Because Saturn's transit in the sixth is going to be a really good time for you to build your immunity, your strength. So doing some strength building exercises, lifting light to moderate weights, strength cardio training, taking up a martial art class, dancing, basically being very proactive, being, staying fit will do very good. Joining a fitness program will also be good for you. If I talk about love life, in terms of single people wanting to be in a relationship, the time till around end of March is looking good for single people to find a stable long-term relationship. April also is not too bad, but from May onwards, you will need to be a bit careful. Rahu's transit in your fifth, although it's not a bad transit, you will need to be more attentive. You will need to think twice, thrice, 5, 10 times before you jump into a new relationship with someone, because sometimes expectations might not match reality. In terms of those couples already in a relationship, I will say that the first 3 months are looking good, looking stable. But after April, May onwards, it is imperative for you to be loyal, honest, caring towards your partner. Because if you do anything behind your partner's back, it will be problematic. It will have some problematic consequences. So you need to, if you are going to be honest with your partner, let's say if you want to part ways, be upfront, be honest. And that kind of honesty will be rewarded by Saturn. If you're not, if you do things behind your partner's back, then the issues can happen, because Saturn's transit in the sixth can, not work for you in a good way. And that is not a good thing, because sixth house is connected to health issues, litigations, lawsuit, enemies. It's not a, you don't want that house to be activated in a negative way for you. If I talk about marriage, for single people wanting to get married, the time after April, May onwards is looking okay. Definitely the first 3 months are not favorable for getting married. So definitely avoid doing so. After April, May onwards, it might be okay. But again, you will need to really, check your natal horoscope, make sure your Mahadasha, Antardasha, all these factors are supporting the same. If I talk about couples already married, living a married life, the first 3 months are a bit turbulent. So try to work things out, try to work out those differences. From April onwards, there will be a big respite, big relief in your married life. More marital harmony, peace is indicated for the remainder of the year. If I talk about education, in terms of primary education, for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, it is going to be competitive, especially after April onwards. The timeline is looking very competitive. Although if you are willing to stand up to the challenge, you can do very well. If I talk about higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, The timeline, especially from May onwards, is looking excellent, quite progressive. So, especially for those people seeking admission to a college, even in a foreign country, can have much stronger luck after the month of May onwards. If I talk about children, for those people who have children, then the relationship with your children should be quite stable. Your children will respect you a lot in the first 3 months. Uh, Even in April, it's fine, but from May onwards till the remainder of the year, you have Rahu in the fifth. This can cause some unnecessary potential misunderstandings, right? So it is imperative for you to try to resolve any differences if there are any pending by end of April, because after May onwards the probability of those issues multiplying uh, can be seen. So you need to mitigate that as much as possible, and you need to try to be on the same page with your children so that things don't go awry after the month of May. If I talk about travel in terms of short distance travel journey, the time after May 14 is looking very good for short distance travel journey. So try to do more of that after May 13. If you can avoid doing so before that, it will be better for you. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking good throughout the year, and you can certainly think of embarking on the same, but especially the second half of the year is looking more favorable for long distance traveling as well. Overall, looking at the big picture, the positioning, the transits are looking good. It's getting better, especially of Jupiter after May, where it transits to your Bhagyastan. Your destiny luck factor will also start to support you more. Saturn's transit is looking good. Ketu's transit in the 11th house is also looking good. You might feel a bit detached from materialistic desires pursued, but regardless, finances will be a strong point for you in the second half of the year. Rahu's position in the fifth can also help you to be very innovative in your thinking, outside the box kind of thinking, can help you to succeed in business, in your career, by working smarter, not harder. But again, Rahu is illusion, deception, mirage. So you need to play your cards right. Overall, it's going to be mostly a positive year for you. So I hope you have a very happy New Year 2025, and thanks for watching.